Welcome back, trainers, and today we have an awesome video. I'm telling you what, we're going to be taking a look at Araquanid, the new bug and water type, and this thing put in the work. Wow, it was so good. And take a look at this. We have something weird. Look at this here. I don't know if is it just me or does it look like some sort of, I don't know, Xenomorph took over this thing, and it used to be a Hitmontop. Do you see that? Do you see it? Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Xenomorph took over this thing. It's a Xenomorph Hitmontop. Let's go with it. And then now we're back with the Salazzle. All right, I was calling it Snazzle. Salazzle. I don't know what it is. I just don't know why. But wait, I renamed it Snazzle, so we're just gonna call it that. And we're gonna be pairing it up, of course, with XL Metachamp. I know, OP hardcore meta, but we need something that is going to definitely secure a win up against our weakness, which is going to be rock massively. So it's not so much of a core of Salazzle and Araquanid, because technically they're an okay core, but rock is going to absolutely demolish them. So you do need something to cover that, and that's where the Hitmonchan is going to come into play. Now, if you do enjoy these videos, folks, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And also, I did talk to my neighbor, and I was telling him, I didn't really get too much into depth, like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, this. I was like, I just do some recordings at night, and I'm talking, I'm not crazy. Okay. And I was asking him, can you hear me? Do you hear me talking like sometimes at 1 in the morning or 12 or 12:30 or whatever? He's like, no, I don't hear anything. I was like, oh, perfect. So I can talk like it's in the morning. Let's get it. All right. So with that said, you're going to have some enthusiasm here in my voice. I'm not going to sound all tired. Let's get into this here. So Araquanid. Oh my goodness, folks, this thing is nuts. So we're going with Bug Bite, Bubble Beam, and then Bug Buzz. Okay, so put in the work. And this is my first time using it. I did not look at anybody's battles. I did not look at the sims. I glanced over it. I didn't study it too hard. I just glanced. I just knew this thing was going to be good. I just put 2 and 2 together with the typings and figured out what we can do here. Also, I have to give credit to one of my patrons here. I'm going to put up a picture here. I almost forgot. It came to my mind. We were discussing and brainstorming. You bring up the core or the team of Salazzle and Araquanid, and we were kind of discussing what could be good in that third spot. So I just went with the Metachamp here. So shout out to him. If you do want to support me over on Patreon, it's just $1 you can get on my friends list. And yeah, really do appreciate it. Also, there is a tip thing down below. It's a new thing on YouTube, or at least new to my channel. I just activated it. Let's get into the full commentary here, leading with Salazzle. Okay, better not call it Snazzle. All right. And we're going with Fire Blast on this sucker. And oh boy, man, it can't take a hit, but man, it hits hard. Look at that crunch. Pretty much one-shotting this thing. But man, it's going to be sweeping, and it doesn't matter. As far as the squishiness, I don't care. I love this thing. I'm going to have to say it's one of my favorite Pokemon to use in Great League, Salazzle. So I better be careful on that one. All right, so Metachamp in the fight here. And we did swap. We locked ourselves in here. We do go for the Dynamic Punch, and they're letting it go. Still doing a lot of damage to that Shadow Hypno. Now, I do run Dynamic Punch on my Metachamp. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, I guess you can. You have to know what you're going to be doing with it, what to expect, the things that you're not going to be able to cover if you do not have Ice Punch, or the baiting that's not going to be able to be involved, or the accumulation of your attack with the power-up punch. I just prefer this moveset here. Anyways, we're bringing in the Araquanid here, and well, this thing is going to sweep up. Let's go. It's pretty tanky. We still have a shield left, and we're going to let that go. Psychic. Let's go. Resisting counter. We can just go for the Bug Buzz here, doing a ton of damage, while the Bug Bite is also doing a lot. Now, you could go with the Infestation, right? That's the other quick move it does have. You can go with that one, but I just prefer Bug Bite. We're just going to go ahead and use this the entire time. I think I'm just going to stick with it. Taking out that Hypno, and they're coming back in here with that Drapion, and we're going to go ahead and go for the Bug Buzz, which is going to be able to take them out and Araquanid, taking the win for us. Folks, let's go. Okay. Look, do you see the length of the video? You already know that means it was a good day. You already know we're going to see 4-1, 5-0, and just some amazing battles here. So we have a Golbat. All right, again, taking a ton of damage. All right, as long as we're not resisting it, it's going to be doing a lot of damage to us. We're going to be letting that go through just to hold on to that shield, really putting on the pressure here with those incinerates. And then the Poison Fang, they're letting it go, then swapping into Hypno and taking us out with the Snipe Confusion. If they want to lock themselves, by all means, be my guest. Let's go ahead and have a little fun. That Golbat is going to be very low, so we don't need to really worry about it. It does have a bit of energy, maybe a little bit. All right, anyways, Arachnoid out here putting in that work. We're going to go ahead and go for the Bug Buzz. Got some nice lag going on here. Getting a shield and the defense drop. You love to see it. Let's go. So they're going to go for a Fire Punch here. Yeah, they probably... Yeah. Let's probably have Ice Punch after that. So fire to the bug. At least it's going to be doing something there. So they swap. They have a Hopstagoon in the back. For them, this is not going to be looking good with the Medicham. And we're going to be letting it go. Still holding on to 2 shields for whatever reason. Not trying to flex, but I think we're going to go ahead and just use them here. I mean, sometimes having your 2 shields at the very end with just a little bit of health is what you're going to need to take the win, is what you're going to need to do just to simply pull off that win. And holding on to those shields was the best idea. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and go for a Dynamic Punch. Immediately swap into Arachnoid. And you already know it's going to be a combo breaker and taking them out with a Bubble Beam and a few more Bug Bites. Yeah, this thing is just nasty. Next battle, we're met with a Galvantula, another spider. They're going to be swapping into a Sableye. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Arachnoid to go up against it. It's going to be part dark. So it is going to be taking some decent damage. You're going to go for the Bubble Beam because I just don't like building up to Bug Buzz exactly. So we got a shield with it. That's really good. But building up to Bug Buzz with Bug Bite requires quite a bit of time and energy. So a lot of times you're just doing so much damage with the Bug Bite before you know it. You're better off just Bubble Beaming. You're like, okay, well, might as well just Bubble Beam. Right, and then lower their attack so much, we go in there with the next Pokemon and just farm them down. Even if they get to a charge move, still not going to be doing much because we've lowered their attack. Anyways, they have a Galarian Stunfisk guy here. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Medicham and let this all go, no problem. They still have, or we still have 2 shields and they have 0. And I do believe we will be taking this win with 2 shields, letting that go. We're farming all the way down. Oh yeah, Medicham putting in that work as if we did not know. Going for the Psychic. They do have that Galvantula out here and doing quite a bit of damage. Getting to a Dynamic Punch, which is going to be enough. It's not very effective, but it's still going to be enough to take them out here. And down goes the Galvantula, and then they back out. We take the win. Looking good. All right. This team is great. Obviously gets countered by stuff. Not going to say too many things, but it does. So we have a horrible lead with a Samurott with our Salazzle, and we're going to go ahead and swap into our Medicham here. We could have bring in the Arachnoid, but I don't really want to bring it in or show that we have that quite yet, and Medicham's going to be a pretty good Pokemon to swap in here. If they bring in a Charm User, that's not going to be great, but at least we can hit him with Psychic. But anyways, we're putting up a fight, and so are they. They do not want it to go down. We're easily going to let this go, and it is a Razor Shell. We did shield one of those up, unfortunately, which is a big waste of a shield, but you never know what it is, and whatever. Let's go. Taking that win anyways, they bring in a Shadow Walrein, farming us down. That's going to be a lot of energy. Immediately swapping and locking themselves with their Shadow Swampert, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Arachnoid to completely wall, or so we thought, wall this Shadow Swampert. That's its only deterrent, is going to be the Sludge Wave, okay? So Shadow Walrein, well, that hits hard too, but so does the Swampert. But yeah, Sludge Wave is going to be doing some damage. Arachnoid otherwise would just absolutely wall it because Earthquake is not very effective. Same with the Hydro Cannon. Same with the Walrein. Walls that too, okay? I mean, this thing is just disgusting. So we will probably be pairing it up with the Shadow Mawile in the future. So look forward to that. You already know, Meta Wrecker. We're going to have some fun with this stuff. Let's go. We're going to have a lot of fun here. So we're going to be going for the Fire Blast and taking out the Walrein. You got to love this little Salazzle. This thing is just, I mean, now I see why they made it so stinking rare, because it is freaking OP. All right, so this is a good example as to how squishy Salazzle is. So take a look. We resist counters. Yeah, they're going Power Up Punch, but just you can see for yourself. All right, so they're really adding up here, and we're poisoned. So yeah, you know, just know that once you get yours, I mean, be excited, okay, to use it if you like to do battles and you're wanting to use it and not just to add it to your Pokedex, if that's what you're trying to do, that's perfectly fine. But no, it's squishy. So, you know, we didn't shield it up. You know, I'm not disappointed, and I wasn't like, oh, this thing sucks when I lose. I never say that. I'm just like, you know, I know what it is. It's like, okay, well, it put in the work. We could have swapped. We could have did something. Anyways, they're going to be bringing in one of the Tapus here. Yep. That's the Fairy and Water one. Okay, so as far as this matchup is concerned, it is not good for me as well as my backline. We're going to have to really think about this. So we do lower their attack, and now we're going to go for the Bug Buzz just to do damage. I mean, just to do as much damage as we can. It's not very effective, but still doing a decent amount. We just need to bring this thing low enough. Shielding at this Moonblast, still have 2 shields, and then swapping into our Medicham, trying to farm them down. Unfortunately not. We're going to call this. This is a Surf, and I'm going to let it go. Beautiful. Holding on to our shield, farming them down, and we have a bunch of energy. What you got in the back? Galarian Stunfisk. We got Dynamic Punch. Let's have a little fun here. Oh, Excadrill. Okay. It was a Ground and Steel. I kind of just connected the dots. And if you do not know, by the way, here's a little tip here. If you want to prepare for the next type that's going to be coming into battle, look at the top right where their typing is. It will show their typing before it actually shows the Pokemon, so you know what charge move to hit, okay? But also at the same time, don't be too hasty. Sometimes people like to, and we've displayed this here on the channel many times, you throw in a Pokemon and they are looking at the top, so they're trying, you know, they're going to go for the super effective, and then you swap immediately into another Pokemon that is, you know, it's not very effective to them. Essentially, it's just a catch. All right, so the Greedent, it's very low. They swap into a Nidoqueen. We're going to let this first Poison Fang go. You know, we can do that right now, going for a Psychic, which is going to pretty much KO. They let it go. I couldn't believe, you know, if they would have shielded that up, I think I would have lost this battle. Wow, can't even speak. They bring back the Greedent here, and we're going to let this go. Still holding on to our shields. I mean, Arachnoid, a lot of times can pretty much close out a battle so long as there's not some rock type, a Bastion, for instance. If that's what you're going to be seeing, yeah, good luck. GG's, it's over for you. You're going to go down. But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty much gonna just dominate everything here. This Xenomorph Hitmontop, literally, it was probably like, I don't know, maybe the 4th battle in, I started to notice it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot unsee that. It's like it's came out through its head. All right, look, I'm just a big Aliens fan, not Alien movies, yes, but I'm talking about the original Alien franchise. You know, the Xenomorph, long black head, you know, the one that started it all. So yeah, big fan on that. But anyways, there are spiders that do lay eggs inside of things, and they crawl out. Sorry if you're eating, and I'll stop talking about that. Next, we have, what is going on here? Salazzle, poor little thing. It's going up against the Steel type, but that Dragon Tail was just dominating it. So we made a swap, and they systematically made a swap as well. And bringing in Lickitung, we get to Dynamic Punch. It pretty much one-shots them. We're obviously going to let this go. They hit us with a Stomp. They bring in a Galvantula here, and I'm just smiling because, well, yeah, we're looking good here. We're looking really good. I mean, it's not like, oh, it's completely in the bag, but yeah, it's looking pretty nice. They farm us down, which, shoot, that was a lot of stinking energy. We have higher attack, so we're going to be able to win CMP up against that Galvantula, and it's not taking them out, but we're going to swap into our, spacing out at its name, Arachnoid, and just absorbing that. They swap back into their Steelix, and, well, we're just going to go Bubble Beam here. Just keep lowering its attack. I guess Bug Buzz would have been a good idea at one point, but I mean, we're getting stabbed from that. We're lowering their attack, and yeah. Why is this lagging here? Why does it always lag when I'm in a winning position? And then they get to that charge move like, okay, yeah, you know. It's happened to me before. Like, it's benefited me, so I'm not saying they're cheating, but it's just like, man, come on. I know, look, saw a good example on Twitter. Somebody said, some comment somewhere, it wasn't like an official post, somebody just said it under something, because somebody said, oh, Go Battle League's so broken and the next season's about to start, and well, nothing has changed. And yes, that I agree, that's true, but then somebody under there said, think about a test, you know, you don't say in the middle of a test, Oh, you didn't finish it, so you fail. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to complete this. You wait until time is up, literally the last second, and then after that you can get graded and tested on what the results are. So with that said, I guess we gotta wait until officially the next season starts. I'm gonna give Niantic slack. Look, I'm not over here I don't want to just hate them. I don't hate them to begin with. Period. I like them. They're awesome. They don't like me. That's for freaking sure. But you know, I make my living off this game. It's Pokemon. I see what they're trying to do here. There's errors being made. They're human beings. There's a corporate interest, and there's investors and this and that and bigger things behind the scenes with the Pokemon Company that we do not know. So we got to think about all that. We'll get back into the commentary in a bit here. I'm just letting you know, okay? But I just want this game to succeed. Let's leave it at that. All right? Man, I go on these little tangents, boy. Anyways, I had a blast today, folks. This team was just too freaking awesome. Oh, man, it was just... Athena got her treats. Yes, she sure did. She got those treats today. If you did not know, I'll let you know. If I get a 5-0 or 4-1, she gets those treats. And she's waiting. She's like looking. She's like, hey, 5-0? 4-1? Oh, okay. Well, a little bit of an exaggeration. Sometimes she's just laying there and I tell her and she's just like, okay, that's nice. Put the treat on the ground and keep playing. Anyways, Medicham, what's going on? And taking a win there. Flexing up with those shields. Well, we didn't need to use them. Next battle, what are we going to see? Porygon 2. Very interesting. Very spicy. Love to see it. Porygon fan. It is a Digimon, technically, to me. Alright. And they are actually coming out with new Digimon Digivices, by the way. I mean, technically, they're just reshelled, recolored. But I'm collecting the heck out of them all. I've been missing these suckers. I was looking on eBay like several years ago, and they're just hundreds of dollars, and now I can get them for 20 bucks. Let's go. So it's good. Bad to call it the original name. Salazzle up against Talonflame. It's not a bad matchup. It's not a bad matchup. And we're just going for the Poison Fang after Poison Fang after Poison combo breaker, swapping into our Arachnoid. And this is going to do a lot of damage if it is Brave Bird. So we did shield it up. And something very odd happens here. So they had a lot of energy, right? Right? They go for Flame Charge. And they go for... This is going to be another Flame Charge. But am I wrong? I mean, I feel like they had Brave Bird. And they swap into a Venusaur. And I mean, this... Let's see how much damage it does. I'm pretty sure a Frenzy Plant would take us out here. Yeah. Probably just almost surviving that. Maybe we just need a little bit more health. So in goes Medicham. All we need to do is get to a Psychic. We're looking pretty good here, and there it is. This will KO because it is Stab, and this is a disgusting XL Medicham. I know. And we're swapping into our Salazzle and taking the win there with the Snipe on the Fire type with our Incinerate. Next battle, we're met with a Toxicroak here. Now we got to look out for Mud Bomb. That is going to... I'm gonna have to say one shot us. Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and get a shield and then swap into our Arachnoid, and they're bringing in their Gliscor here, which is still gonna be taking super effective from the water. This started becoming a very laggy battle, and as you can see here, gotta love it. When this happens, don't stop tapping. I don't care if they're... I'm sorry. I mean, no offense, but it's not, you know, it's Go Battley. I've been screaming about it since the beginning. I don't know. But whenever it lags, sometimes I let my opponent, you know, I stop and I let them attack. I've showed battles like that before. But as of lately, after all this social justice crap that's been going on, just very little room for compassion, to be honest. Alright, so anyways, we're going to go ahead and take this thing down here with another Bubble Beam. They let it go. They've used a shield. We have 2 left. And they're bringing in Toxicroak. Now, we have a massive resistance to this. And also, let's see if we survive this. Oh, no, we don't. That's enough to take us out. Okay. Bring it in the Salazzle. And we will shield this up. And just building up a little bit more energy. We were trying to catch, but they didn't throw. They swap into their Shadow Wall Rain here. And this is a good matchup for Medicham. Letting this go here. And we just need to get that shield. Once we get that last shield, we're going to be home free. And there we are. Beautiful. Medicham, I think, can win this matchup. I think we'll let this go again. Oh no, we'll shield it up. Okay, yeah, better to just shield it up and then just go for a psychic on the, or no, dynamic punch is enough, but they're going to be getting a mud bomb. We're going to survive with 1 HP in a dream. Dynamic punch will take out Toxicroak. It's going to be enough here. So I've been running this combo, this set on Medicham, Dynamic Punch and Psychic for quite some time now, and it's been doing pretty stinking good for me. Next battle we're met with an azumarill. All right, now this, man, it's a love-hate relationship matchup, I should say, because look at the bubble. I mean, for frickin' sake, this thing, it can't take a hit, but it sure does hit so hard, and it sure does charge so quickly. Dragon Pulse is also going to be great. They're trying to snipe me here, and again, we've already described this. When they try to catch like that, that's fine, and they took me out, which is great, but we lowered their defense, so we're going to be able to easily counter them down a little bit better. We did do quite a bit of damage already with it, so Medicham can still do quite a bit to the Azumarill with Psychic. They've used 1 shield. We still got a shield left, or 2 shields. They let it go. Okay. This could be a play rough, so I think we're going to go ahead and just shield this up just because it is an Ice Beam. That's fine. We farm down. Great. What's in the back? It is a Berserker. Okay, so yeah, we're looking good. All right, this is obviously a good matchup for us. They shielded up using that last shield, and then we immediately swap. Now, the reason why I do that is because, sure, we could have done some good damage with counter, a few more counters, but what would have happened is they would have farmed us up, got a little bit more energy, and I just didn't want to give them that much energy leeway. So this is fine. Yeah, Bug's not very effective, but as you can see here, Arachnoid just doesn't really give a dang about much, and it just farms down everything. Xenomorph, Hitmontop, let's go. Next battle, we're met with a Medicham, and this is another good matchup for us here. Well, it's an okay matchup. It's a decent matchup. It's not a water type. Let's just put it that way. It's not a psychic. Okay, so let's go. Getting that first one through, letting it go. Obviously, they're going to probably be shielding this next one up. I would be surprised if they let it go and they shield it up. You usually want to shield just the second one up, and we will shield this up. It is a power-up punch, but we've learned our lesson. They swapped into a Lickitung. We go ahead and bring in our Medicham here, and it is going to be a dynamic punch. You already know. I think we build up a little bit more. No, we go right for it. Not wasting any time going right for the dynamic punch. Takes less energy than psychic, and obviously super effective, and not very many people are going to be expecting it. Pretty much nobody is going to be expecting dynamic punch. It's about the same energy as psychic, so if anything, they'll just be expecting that. Alright, so they're going to be going for a power-up punch after a power-up punch, but we just let it all go. Calling the first one, that's all we needed to do. Unfortunately, wasting this energy here could have farmed them down. They have a Diggersby in the back. We have Arachnoid, which guess what? Walls the heck out of Diggersby. Fire Punch and Earthquake. If they have Hyper Beam, I think it's about time to start running that, folks. Hey, YouTubers, if you're watching, go ahead and run it around. All right, Hyper Beam Diggersby to help counter Arachnoid to some degree. But honestly, at the end of the day, just go and find a rock type. Now, how will I counter it with this team? Well, like I've stated before, fight with your heart, like the security guard told me when I was getting chased down, when I was flirting with that girl at the club a long time ago, with those, the guys like, bring his bros that are gonna try to jump me. Hey, it wasn't my fault. She's talking to me first. Next battle, what are we gonna see? Abomasnow, let's go. All right. So this is a very good matchup. They swap into Sableye, and we're gonna go ahead and lower that defense before we go ahead and bring our Arachnoid into this fight here. And going to be doing some decent damage with that Bug Buzz, but we're not going for that because what's the point? Like I've described, doing so much damage with, I meant to say Bug Bite, but Bug Bite is doing so much, we're going to be able to just go for the Bubble Beam here, and that's just lower their defense. I think we may shield up. We do kind of want to win this matchup here, and they've used the shield. This is our first shield, so that's perfectly good. We're good to go. Plus, we're going to be able to debuff whatever comes into the battle here with the Bubble Beam as well, and they're going to be just stuck with that until they swap again. And we're just going to immediately throw this. It's going to be abomasnow. I'm assuming they're going to farm us down here, which is going to be quite a bit of farm, but we get to another one, and we're just doing a lot. We're almost going to take them out. Look at this. But they've got a ton of energy, and it takes forever for Incinerate to land, so they immediately swap, and they swap into an Azumarill. We're going to go for the Poison Fang, and then bring in our Medicham. Farm up a little bit more? We're going for another one. Okay, never mind. I guess so. Put in that work. All right, now we got the last shield. Now we can go ahead and swap. Or we don't think we can technically be farmed down by the powdered snow with our Salazzle, but they do have a bunch of energy on that abomasnow, so we do need to think about that and hold on to that last shield. And here we go. We snuck a counter through, so we just need to get one more. Actually, I think that's enough. Yep, and that's it. It's a shadow. It's doing so much. Taking that win. Moving on to our next opponent, we're met with a Lorantis. Pure grass, superpower, and leaf blade. Nothing could hurt us. They swap into a Galarian Stunfisk, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Medicham here. I just figured, I mean, it doesn't have a bad matchup up against Lorantis or anything at all, but whatever. Fighting, let's go ahead and just have a little fun with this here and take advantage, right? So we're taking them down at the expense of no shields. Same on their end. Let's see what they bring back into the fight. It's going to be that Lorantis. That thing is really good. We've used it many times. It's a fun Pokemon for sure. So they go for Leaf Blade, taking us down. They farm up very quick with that thing. We're going to go for the Poison Fang immediately. It's going to do a ton of damage. Probably going to be obligated to shield up. All right, there you do. Swapping into a Wall Rain. We're going to go ahead and lower the defense and then bring in our Arachnoid to go ahead and wall this thing here. They're probably going to back out after they see it. And we'll see. I do believe this is going to be a back out one. So Earthquake, as you can see, doing nothing, and that's a Shadow. And then we're taking that win there. Looking good, folks. Let's go. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Please do so right about now. We were met with a Skarmory. Are you stinking kidding me? I love to see it. I'm looking at the time of this, and we're at the 26, almost 27 mark. Time flies when you have fun. I mean, let me tell you a story while we take a look at this good matchup here. I remember many times as a kid, but this one very specifically, I don't know if the parent was trying to trick us, but man, they took us to one of my favorite parks, right? It was my old babysitter, and we were with the kid, and we were just playing, having a blast, and it felt like we were there for probably 5 minutes. Apparently we were there for 40 minutes, but I swear it was not 40 minutes, but we sure were having a lot of fun. But time flies when you're having a blast, and I'm having one right now, and you can see Salazzle is sweeping the heck out of these teams, or at least this time. Looking good right there. Let's get it. All right, we got a couple more battles, folks. Let's see what we're going to be met with. A Wall Rain. Okay, we like to see this here. We got to look out for Earthquake. So we're going to go ahead and make a swap. You know why I was thinking, you know, we got two counters to that. We got the Arachnoid and we got Medicham. So I think we're going to go ahead and be safe. There's very few counters to this. So they bring in a rock type. We'll figure it out with the Medicham. Salazzle can still handle Wall Rain to some degree. So they have a... Damn, what is that thing's name again? A rangaroo? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's its name. I spaced it out for a minute. It's like, oh yeah, that thing's here. I love it. I love all these new Pokemon that they're adding. Let's go. It's so fun. They got their own Arachnoid. Now this has Infestation. I felt I was going to lose this battle. I felt like I was in a bad position. Not the great, not the best. And they back out. Maybe they said, nah, you're going to win. I'm just going to not waste our time. Okay. Maybe they were thinking I'm not going to waste my time, right? So we're met with an azumarill here. And we're just going to go ahead and hang tight. They swap into a Whiscash. Beautiful. We're going to bring in our, Arachnoid, because this is going to wall it as well, because that's not very effective. And actually, they're going to throw Blizzard so you can see how much it does. It doesn't matter because we're bug type. We're water. Bug is not weak to ice. All right, so let's see. This is the Blizzard, I do believe. And, oh my goodness, it's doing about as much as a Mud Bomb. As you can see, we're just going to go for one more of these here. And after that, I think we're going to be good to just simply farm it down. Yeah, we'll be able to come out of this battle with a bunch of energy and debuff the heck out of whatever they bring in next. They swap and lock. We're going to go ahead and immediately bring in our Salazzle. Now, we should have went for the Bubble Beam maybe to lower their stats. Maybe should have went for that first, but we're just going to go ahead and start hitting these. I think we have two built up here. So there's the one, and we're going to build up to almost trying to build up to two more. We need one more Incinerate. And we get there. Beautiful. Right on time. One more bubble is about to take us out because we're just so squishy, and down we go. But hey, we got all those shields and we lowered the stats. Bringing in Arachnoid. Let's see what's going to happen here. Letting that go. Play rough, doing a decent amount. We still have a Medicham in the back. Farming a little bit and going for the Bubble Beam. This is not going to KO. I think we swap in a Medicham here. That's what I would try to do. And they bring in a Golbat. No more shields? Okay, well, this is super effective to us. And we got to be pretty careful here. So we're going to let this Poison Fang go. Just getting a little bit brave here. Maybe should have shielded that, but I'm thinking Azumarill with some charge move. Wasn't counting the energy. No, we can take them out with psychic. Down they go. Or there's a Whiscash. That's right. And there's the azumarill, has no more health, no more energy. We take him out, counter, looking good. And that is gonna about wrap it up, folks. So there you go, Araquanid. Love it. This thing is damn good. Okay, as you can see, I was celebrating right here. I was a little happy. Got a 5-0 for you. There you go, Araquanid on point, of course. Let's go. Thank you for watching and take care.